I'm Mike Belcito, co-founder of eFuneral. And typically with these videos, we've shared information on how you can better plan a funeral service, maybe information dealing with grieving and how to cope with the loss of a loved one. This video is going to be a little bit different. We get asked the question quite often how we even came up with eFuneral. How did we get it launched? What drove us to launch a business like this one? And I wanted to share at least a piece of the story for how eFuneral was essentially created, and it involves our time spent in Columbus, Ohio. Now, even though my partner, Brian Chaikin, and I are both from Cleveland, Ohio, Columbus actually played a pretty instrumental role in us getting eFuneral started. There was a new venture accelerator called the 10 Accelerator that the state of Ohio launched in an effort to get technology businesses started in the state. Brian and I ended up leaving our full-time jobs here in Northeast Ohio to essentially pack our bags, move to the Columbus area for the summer, and really get eFuneral up and launched. So what mostly consisted of that program was heavy mentorship from technology entrepreneurs throughout the state and other business executives. But a big part of that summer for us was also learning. Learning from those mentors for sure, but also learning from the families in Columbus, Ohio, because we knew what our personal experiences were as it related to funeral planning, but it was important for us to hear the experiences of others and understand when they went and planned their funeral service for their loved one, what were their pain points other than losing their loved one? What was wrong with the process that they went through, or what could at least be improved? At the same time, we wanted to have those very similar conversations with the funeral directors in Columbus as well. And we were very grateful for all the feedback that we got from plenty of funeral homes in Columbus. What we were trying to understand was, here you have what we call undecided families, families like mine where we didn't have a specific connection to a funeral director that we knew we wanted to work with in an area that we were planning a funeral service in. How do families like mine make a decision on which funeral home to choose? And we were trying to understand from the funeral home's perspective what they believed to be the case. And many of those funeral homes were very grateful that we even asked for their opinion in the first place, and they shared that opinion with us. And they gave us other advice on, as a technology company, how we could maybe help them connect with those undecided families. So Columbus, Ohio, particularly the summer months in Columbus for us, played such a huge role in getting eFuneral launched. And we're really grateful for the support and the feedback that we got from the families in Columbus and the funeral homes as well. And I'm sure I will share other parts of our story because there's certainly more to the story of how we got eFuneral launched. But I thought for now it might be interesting for you to know at least that piece of how we launched eFuneral. Now, if you'd like to look at other videos in our resources section, our online video resource section is actually at our official YouTube page at youtube.com/efuneralresources. But for other resources related to planning funeral services or other topics dealing with death and dying, you can be sure to visit our official resources section at efuneral.com/resources.